Hey, this is Jonathan, and today I'm going to be working on adding the states that I diagrammed here. So let's begin. Let's try and make a game. So I called the first state Mini-rando. Don't really care for that name. I'm going to call it main menu. That makes more sense to me. So maybe I'm going to just rename this. Refactor, rename. Let's call it main menu. Refactor. And instead of Mini-rando, this will be main menu. And there we go. That's a pretty simple change. We'll do the same here. Oh, cursors. Kind of jumping around there. And main menu goes here. Alright, cool. So that wasn't very hard. Next, we need to actually, I guess, add a way to transition to other states. So I want to have, like, I guess, some kind of menu option that allows you to do that. How am I gonna do all this? I haven't really played with Amethyst enough to know exactly right off the top of my head how that will work, so this will be kind of exploratory for the most part. I don't really expect to get anywhere today. I'm just kind of expecting to try some things, learn a little bit about how Amethyst is structured and how I can I guess, render out like a main menu. I know I have to use like a render pass, like the draw UI one that they have built in to Amethyst, so that's exactly what I think I'm going to do. Wow, I don't know why I went out of the Pong example. I don't think I needed to, but it's okay. We can always come back here. And we need to add a bundle for the UI. So we need a UI bundle. And I do believe we're going to have to get a rendering pass somehow. If I'm not mistaken. There should be like a with pipeline or something. At least there used to be. I'm not really sure how this will work now. Yeah, since things have changed, I am unsure. Let's just try things and hope for the best. Yeah, so this is still happening. We still have all this. Oh, hey. I had a with basic renderer earlier. That's kind of interesting. I still have a with basic renderer. Did they get rid of that? I think they did, because I'm pretty sure I got it from the original, or from the old Pong example. So that's kind of interesting. With basic renderer is now gone. Huh. Do I need, then, wait, what do they do with their display config path then? Do they not use it? Sprite sheet processor. Oh, render bundle. Hey, that sounds like what I want. That's new. Yeah, this sounds like the kind of thing that I need. Okay, so, but hang on. Where did the display config go? Display config path. Where do you go? Hello? Not DOS. Display config. Oh, config equals display config load, and it gives it that. And I guess config is used somewhere. Config is used in the render bundle. Ah, so this is how they changed it. So you use a render bundle with this pipe. Where's the pipe come from? I guess we'll find out soon enough. And so we don't need this anymore. We're gonna just do that. I guess that's okay. Yeah, look at that. Now, pipe has to come from somewhere. So I do need to figure out where this is coming from, but that shouldn't be too hard, I imagine. Pipe, pipe, where are you? Where'd my pipe go? Is pipe part of the prelude? That would be kind of silly. No, I can't be, can it? 1, 2, okay, there we go. I was worried there. I was concerned. I was like, oh my god. Maybe I'm just like importing these things I don't even know where they're coming from, and yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this looks right. So this is black. Clear target. This is a black screen. I don't know what this 1.0 is for. Because this would be the alpha value. What is this? Kind of curious to know what that is. You know, I am curious enough. With back buffer, clear target. Is there a way I can view the documentation? Nope, can't find a declaration for that guy. Can I find a declaration for you? No. Wasn't there a way to look at the documentation for this kind of stuff? I thought there was, but now I'm not sure anymore. Yeah, now I'm not sure. I want to know what this clear target does. Because surely they would have documented this in their docs. Wow, their Discord room is growing. I remember when it was less than 100 people. Now it's over 100 people. Documentation. We all need it, and so do you. Yep, sure do. If you know what you're doing and want documentation for the master branch, here's where you'll find it. Ooh, hello. Oh, okay, so this is for crates.io. Ah, and this is for if you don't want to use these versions, these releases. I kinda get it. Whoa. My computer is not liking the recording. It's like wigging out. Look at that. It's kind of strange why that's happening. I don't know why it's particularly laggy today. Alright, there's a lot of things here. What am I looking at? It was... Oh. So slowing down. Stage. I'm looking for stage with back buffer. Where's stage? I don't know if I'm going to find that here. I might have to look in one of the sub crates. Like render? Probably render. It has pipe is here, so stage is probably in here. Yeah, I see it. Right? Didn't I? Yeah, here it is. It's a stage and a rendering pipeline, of course. It was with back buffer? Yep, it sure was, which creates a stage builder. Not to be confused with a level builder. Which doesn't exist in Amethyst as far as I know, but you know. Alright. And... oh, what was the thing that I saw? Clear target. Clear target takes a depth value. I see. Very cool. Understood. So yeah, there's good docs out there already. So I think this is fine. I do want to render sprites, and I do want to have this draw UI. So that's good. I like that. Let's try running this and see what happens. I'm not sure what this is going to do. It's probably going to give me a couple of compilation errors, I'm sure. And I do want to make sure that I'm ready for that. It's interesting though that using the switching to the other graphics card seems to be causing all this wackiness to happen. At least I think that's the cause of it. It's like my cursor's flashing like crazy, like it's being redrawn a lot. I feel like that's what's happening with that, but I don't know. Can't really say I am sure. Alright, so we don't have a pipeline. Well, we know that pipeline comes from here, so I'm not too concerned. Oh yeah, recent news. Today, Rust version, I think 1.30 just came out, which is pretty cool. Also means that there's some new syntax. It was actually a pretty big change. I think they're adding support for like custom derive, so you can like kind of like what I was doing with the derive hash, derive EQ, partial EQ, that stuff. I think it allows you to define your own now, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yes, and stage, draw sprite, probably also in the render, and draw UI is possibly also there as well. Yeah, because draw flat is in there. I would imagine draw UI would also be in there. UI bundle is also from somewhere. I could be wrong about the UI bundle one though. And render bundle? Yeah, and render bundle, okay. And last but not least, we need to define config. Not found scope, yeah. So config was equal to, what was it, like config loader load or something? I think that's what it was. Oh, yes, I'm in the documentation now, so I don't know. I need to go back to the examples. Alright, back we go. I should probably just keep the docs open on a separate tab. You know, I'm just going to do that. How do I do that? Duplicate. And maybe this one we go forward. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we're in the docs there. We have the code here. It's all good. So, yeah, it was display config load. Okay. Where does display config come from? It comes from the renderer. Again. I have everything from the renderer. This list is getting kind of long. It's also kind of vertical, the way that I have it structured. I don't think it needs to be, but yeah, they don't structure it like all vertical like, but I did. Also, I don't know why I just tried running that, because it's not going to work. And draw UI doesn't come from render. Okay, well, that's also good to know. Also important. What else? So let config equal display config. How did it know that I want a display config anyway? See, like this popped up way before I even typed display config. It's like so spoopy. Where is... Okay, it was load, that's the name of it. My short-term memory is not working very well right now. Although, to be fair, it rarely works that well. Alright, cool. That's done. So, draw UI is not in render. I am so sorry. I'm sorry for offending you. Compiler. Some UI. Ah. Very interesting. Alright, well, we're gonna go do that then. So, both draw UI and UI bundle are from there, I think? Yeah, there we go. Probably should do this. Do a little bit of that, and UI bundle. There we go. Perfect. I kind of want to compress this list a little bit, so... Yeah, it's kind of vertical. A little too vertical for my tastes. Not really sure what's going on with my machine right now, though. It's really struggling. It's kind of surprising, honestly. I feel like it really should not be struggling this much, but it is. Okay, how long have I been going? Not very long, okay. Just trying to keep an eye on the time. Let's see. Let's try running this. And I think it's okay. Looks like we don't have any other errors. Just a bunch of warnings. So I do want to draw a UI. Now, remember, we are bound to the ECS framework here. We aren't able to really go outside of it, so this will be kind of interesting. I mean, to be fair, because it is all super parallelized or whatever, as they say, it probably is better. Hello, what's going on? Oh, what? No such system registered. Transform system. Huh. Okay. Well, that wasn't happening yesterday, that's for sure. So, it appears that these changes cannot be made without also adding that. It must, yeah, it's related to UI bundle, that's why. Understood. We need ourselves a, whatchamacallit? Transform system. Alright, is that added here as well? Transform bundle. Okay, with dependencies. I don't think I need the dependencies just yet, but I do probably need this transform bundle, so we might as well take that as well. Taking everything with us. Alright, so, not there. Here. So many builders everywhere. This is like a builder pattern mania. No. Just gotta do that. I think that's okay. That shouldn't complain. Where does that come from? Transform bundle under core. Oh, okay, core. I see. We need to do a couple of things here. Transform bundle. There we go. That should do it. Let's see if that's any better. It's probably gonna panic again, but I am curious. I'm curious to know what's gonna. Oh no, it didn't. So that's all we needed. Cool. Very cool. So we have to implement our main menu somehow. How on earth is that gonna work? How am I gonna do this? Yeah. Okay. Well, let's actually look at the state that we're modifying, because that's, you know, where the changes have to be made. I feel like once I've implemented one state, it should be easier to start implementing others. So this will be like, this will be my warm up. Also remember back when Amethyst was like barely usable at all, and it was like super hard to like do anything in it. It was just super janky and awkward. Oh, that wasn't even all that long ago, too. It's kind of crazy to see how much it has evolved and how quickly people have picked it up. Like, holy cow, look at that star count. It's just, it just skyrocketed. I guess it helps that they get a lot of advertisement on the main Rust subreddit. Or at least, well, they advertise their engine there. So, it's a good place to draw in more people. I mean, I do quite like it for what it is. What was I doing? Looking at examples like this one. This is a good example, isn't it? I don't know what this does. This is definitely an old example. Well, no, it's not, because it has simple state. So this one is kind of up to date, actually. Okay. Date. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just kind of glancing through this as like an initial pass. Just want to figure out what I'm doing here. UI event handler. Okay, so we might want one of those, because I guess a click would be like a UI event, right? We would want a UI event handler. Ooh, FPS counter bundle. Wow, they have all these nice pre-built-in things now. Those are certainly nice to have. Okay. You just interacted with a UI element. I don't know, I just like the way they phrased this. For event and events. Okay. Fascinating. So, how is this going to work? Can I add like a button that I can click to go to like a different game state, or what? Kind of curious to know how this is all going to work. Wow, yeah, there's so much stuff happening here. Like I feel like it handles so much for you now that, yeah, it's definitely more of a read the documentation and to understand what everything is actually doing, because, yeah, otherwise it's just going to feel like a bunch of magic. Init output. I just kind of want to know, like, what does this look like? It says initialize the scene with an object, a light, and a camera, but what's a UI element? I guess I can look at the display and maybe see something? I don't know. No, not really. Window? Could be window is useful. These network examples definitely are something I want to look at later, but not right now. Custom game unit assets, asset loading. Oh, Appendix A. What? What's that? Oh. Okay. Is that like for the book or something? Sure looks like it. Probably in window, maybe? No, that wouldn't make sense, would it? That doesn't make sense. No, this is just a window. This is literally just a window. I think it is actually this UI one, but it doesn't really say anything here about it. So it's an example that doesn't really have a whole lot going on. Wait, what did it just say? Displays a shaded sphere to the user. Oh man, they're using prefabs too? Like, wow. Damn. This engine is so complex now. Alright, well, prefabs are nice. Good to be able to have prefabs. I remember trying to add something like prefabs at one point when I was using Amethyst. It didn't work very well. Because, yeah, it's hard. It's hard to implement things when you're, like, using a framework like this. What am I doing? I don't know what else there is. What is this example about? I already forgot. Wow, short-term memory just out the window today. Well, it's getting close to the end of the week. I'll be refreshed on Saturday, so everything should be good. We'll be fine. Simplified state traits. Okay. Work in progress. Do not merge. Why is that in here then? Okay. Yeah. Makes sense. Move and clarify unwraps. Yeah, that's always a good idea. I feel like it's a code smell in general if you have to actually use unwrap somewhere. In general, you don't want to be using unwrap, period, so you should try and structure your code so you don't ever have to. Huh, okay. Yeah, I wish I knew what this was. Button text? Button text. Button text. I see stuff about buttons. Hovers, clicks. Yeah, this has to be about buttons, right? It says stuff about buttons, but I don't really see anything about buttons here. You just interacted with a UI element. Info. What is this info macro doing? I don't remember there being an info macro. Is that part of log? Okay, because I see there's a macro used here, so I know now. Not sure how I feel about the new whatchamacallit. Wow, I already blanked. Right, in version 1.30, you're going to be able to avoid using macro use entirely by just importing the macros, just like you would with any other thing that you have this use statement for. So if you did a use star like this, that'll also get the macros. So if you're going to be explicit about macros, that's probably better. It's probably better to be explicit about macros and avoid doing the star import. But yeah, that is something that I am slightly worried about. Just the fact that without this here to tell you that the macro came from there. Well, to be fair, that's not exactly that useful if multiple crates have a macro use on them. So that isn't entirely fair. But yeah, this info kind of threw me for a loop because I had no idea where that came from, but now I think I know. It came from that log crate, which would make a lot of sense, honestly. So where do they make the button? Where is the button? They have a sphere. I thought that they got rid of the sphere, or they didn't use a sphere. I thought they were using buttons. See, now I'm really confused. I want to go back into the history again because I'm bothered by the fact that that this button is gone. Yeah, there used to be a UI button builder. Now it's gone. They don't talk about buttons anymore. It's really sad. What happened to this? What did they do? You guys got rid of the button. Temporary seizure warning? Oh. Oh, that's interesting. That's not something I would have expected. Seizure warnings. Alright. Who changed it from a button to a sphere? When's the last time this was a button? I actually don't know when's the last time this was a button. This doesn't look like a button anymore. This has like a gen sphere in it. Can I read the entire file? Because I'd really like to. Okay, let's look up button. Button. I don't know why I feel like finding out when exactly it changed over. I just kind of want to know what was the reasoning for that, if there's any. Button is completely gone. There's no button. This was an example called separate sphere? Wait a minute. They completely changed this example then. This wasn't the original example. It wasn't called separate sphere. Now it's just called UI. But it definitely wasn't UI before. Or well, I don't understand. I really do not get what they've done. This one was still a button, right? Yeah, that was a UI button builder. When did they stop making it a button? Was it here? Or was it here? I think it was here. Although, wait, I'm confused. Oh, there's a button.rs here. Oh, that's because those are the main Amethyst changes. What? 10 files. Oh. Including this one. I see. But this one was not a sphere yet? Button. Yeah, there was still a button then. But there's also a sphere. Has this always been a sphere and button thing? That could be the case. That very well could be the case, that this always was a sphere and button thing. Yeah. Maybe. I see there's a UI text and a button. Button builder, yeah. Who got rid of the button builder? I want to know who got rid of the button builder. At what point did this button builder disappear? It wasn't deleted here. Was it here? This can't be it. No. Nope. So at some point the button builder just gets wiped out. Is it here? Nope. Okay, here's where there's a lot of changes. Alright, I need to make sure. Did the button disappear already? No. Still here. Where did that button go? Probably here. Right? Am I not right? No? Is it still here? Is it there? There's still a button. There's still a button builder. Oh. So that was that. How about this one? Nope, it wasn't this. Was it this one? Who killed the button builder, or is it still there? I honestly don't know. Improve UI button builder. Promote UI button to fundamental. See, now this is relatively recent. This is already here. Sorry, I had to sneeze. So button builder still probably here, isn't it? Button. No, there's only one usage of button? What? Wait. Button's gone. The button is gone. Oh no. Promote UI button to fundamental UI component. What? Okay, I want to know when the button was deleted. Okay, the button is gone at this point already. That's interesting to know. That was improved ergonomics. Oh, hey. This is the one that deletes the button builder. And which one was this one? Improve UI button builder. Fascinating. Alright, what did they do to improve it then? Oh, they just have a UI button builder and they give it all this stuff. Okay. So they got rid of button builder and instead they gave us button builder. Well, that doesn't explain why the button disappeared. Because I was kind of looking forward to learning how to use the button, you know? Okay, so the button builder was still here, but it was changed to this. A clickable button. Can I see the actual code here? Be kind of nice. Oh wait, that's not even the example. Where's the example I was looking at? Oh man, I'm getting all mixed up. Here it is. So what did you do for the button instead? Button. The UI button builder is still here. Yeah. This is like it got quote unquote improved. So at some point it just disappears flat out. Is it here that they just said, no, I don't like this button anymore. This button can go away. UI, where's main? No, this one still has the button in it right there. So it wasn't this one. I feel like we're narrowing it down though, because I'm pretty sure the commit after this one it's gone. Yeah, the button builder still exists here, and if I look for button, it'll definitely still exist. Yep, there it is. So it disappears on this one, I think. Very curious to know why they decided to just get rid of the button. Yeah, the button's gone now. Alright, good to know. So this is when the button disappears. Spooky. I feel like this changes the example at on a fundamental level. I remember this example having a button in it, and now it doesn't have a button. Now that makes me sad, because I miss the button. I wanted a button. Now we just have a sphere. UI creator, UI/example.ron. Okay. So maybe the button has been wrapped up in here. UI/example.ron. Is that still in the final version? Where was that? UI/example.ron. Yep, that survived. So I need to look for that. So this loads a prefab/sphere. That loads a UI/example.ron. Where is that? I don't remember seeing that at all. UI/example.ron? Oh, it's in here. Oh no, it's not here. Ew, wait, what? Yeah, this is what I remember that being. It had this button up here that said button. So this stuff about rendering spheres is totally new to me and kind of scary and surprising. Can I look for example.ron? Where is this? Prefab / example.ron. Where do they get that from? Show me this. Show me this. What is happening here? Prefab / example.ron? Where is this? Where does this file live? That's magic. I don't know where that is. Because I certainly don't have that. Where is this file? Where does it live? I guess I could search. That is very weird. I'm very concerned. Where is this? Can I change the way that I filter this? Sort? No. Yeah, because there should very well be a UI / example.ron and a prefab / example.ron. Because that's what they're loading. That's the string literal that they're passing in. So it has to be. It has to exist. Examples, assets. Assets? Okay, that could be it. That definitely could be it. Let me go look at assets. So, examples, assets. Here we go. UI example.ron. There we go. I found it. Ah. So this is how they do it. This is how you get the button. Is there a place that says button? There better be. I'm going to be really disappointed. Complex button. Well, here's a button. Simple button. It's just a simple button. What's the difference between a complex button and a simple button? Aren't all buttons the same? Is it like you can press a simple button, but a complex button allows you to do a half button press? Like a half 8 press? We all know an 8 press is an 8 press. You can't say it's just a half. I guess. But, well, this has a couple of sound effects apparently. So what is the difference between simple button and complex button? Why do you have this differentiation? Because there's a hover image, a press image, a hover sound, and a press sound. And this one doesn't have any of that. It just has a normal text color and a normal image, which is just these fields. Yeah, so it only has those fields. That's why. Is there a difference between these? I think there is. Yes, there's no X component given here. There's a Y component, but no X. Wow, that is so strange. So is this how prefabs work? This is super fancy. It's very different from what I was expecting. I haven't played with prefabs in Amethyst yet, but I do know how they work in Unity, so okay. This is kinda interesting. What's implicit sum? What is that? What is this thing? Can I know what this is? Also, I'm sorry about my chair being so bloody creaky. I need a new chair or something. I don't know. I need to do something about this. Implicit sum. Rust? Is this something that exists? I've never seen this. implicit copies. Well, I don't really care about that. Okay, this is a bunch of like controversial topics about like, oh no, implicitness and rest. I guess this is not a Rust thing. I think this is more like an Amethyst thing. This enable. What is this syntax doing? Enable Rust. Attributes. Okay. Yes. That certainly looks like what I'm looking for. General freeform metadatum. Interesting. Interpreted according to name, convention, and language and compiler version. Attributes are modeled on attributes in ECMA 335 with the syntax coming from ECMA 334, C#. Alright. That is interesting. So inner attributes have an exclamation point. Outer attributes don't. What is the difference? What are these for? So it does say it's a general free-form metadatum as interpreted according to name, convention, language, and compiler version. I'm very curious to know what this exactly is. It's a single identifier, the attribute name. Identifier followed by equal sign and a literal providing a key value pair. Okay, that's not what I have, right? The thing that I'm seeing is the third case, an identifier followed by a parenthesized list of sub-attribute arguments which include literals. Enable implicit sum. Oh wow. Inner attributes written with a bang after the hash apply to the item that the attribute is declared within. What the heck are you talking about? I'm confused. Apply to the item that the attribute is declared within. Outer attributes written without the bang after the hash apply to the thing the thing that follows the attribute. Great. The thing. Excellent word choice. Oh boy. What do they mean? Apply to the thing that follows the attribute. So is this my attribute? This is my attribute, right? Yeah, attribute is either an inner attribute or outer attribute. So yeah, this is the grammar for this. Actually, that's kind of interesting that they just flat out give you the grammar. Huh. General metadata applied to the enclosing module or crate. Oh wait, I have seen attributes before. I just haven't seen inner attributes. I've definitely seen this, obviously. Oh. I think I understand. I think I understand now. So this is an outer... this is an inner attribute, isn't it? Inner attributes are the ones with the little exclamation, the bang. It said, that's what it said before. Outer attribute applies to the entire function. Are you kidding? Wait. No. I think what this is saying is that this applies to this guy. That's why it's an inner attribute. But if I move this guy outside of here and then remove the bang, it would be the equivalent. I think that's what that's saying. So this applies to all of this because it's an inner attribute inside of the whatever crate package thing module that this is. Like this, but these ones, these outer attributes, they apply to the thing that follows. Got it. Wow. Okay, that's what they mean. Yeah, just reading this, not very clear, but makes a hell of a lot more sense once you've actually read this example. This example is so useful. Well, at least if you understand like this much, then the rest of it becomes pretty simple. Okay. Is enable an attribute? Or is that like a custom attribute? Can you define your own attributes? Oh, the derive attribute. Ah, of course. That makes a lot of sense. Huh. Cold attribute. Ooh. Ah, that's to indicate that something's unlikely to be called. Kind of like a cold versus hot cache. I understand why they call it cold. Inline attribute. Ah. Okay, interesting. Use this with care. Alright. I don't know when I'd ever use this. The compiler may just choose to ignore it anyway. Yeah, well. The compiler does what the compiler do. So it doesn't listen to other people. It has a mind of its own. Lint checking attributes, huh? Interesting. Okay. Alright. Allow. Okay. Deny. Forbid. Oh. Forbids changing the lint level afterwards. Huh. Warn. That's kind of neat. I don't know if I would use that, but I could see some potential uses for that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, that's cool. That's definitely cool. Alright, so I have learned about attributes today. That's kind of cool. Is this just part of the main book? Or is this... No, this is just part of the Rust reference, apparently. Okay. Did not know. It's kind of neat. I guess. So not a book, but something also nice to read, I guess, when you need to. Yeah, maybe at some point I'm gonna read through all the docs here, because this seems like something incredibly useful to go through. Like compared to the just going through the book. The book is a nice little tutorial, and like that's cool, but it's good to like know exactly like how things work and example usages of them, all the different features of the language that have been added over the years. Because yeah, I've been using Rust for a couple years now, kind of on and off, and it's kind of interesting to see just how much the language changes over time. Like it has changed rapidly. Not in like a breaking way or anything, but yeah, they've added so many new features so quickly. They've changed the way that you can do things, like with what I'm doing with like the use imports and everything. And now what they're doing with macro use, or rather, I guess doing away with macro use, like that's, yeah. Alright, so attributes may apply to many things in the language. Item declarations except outer attributes. What's an item? Component of a crate. So that includes modules, function, definition, type definition, struct definition. Okay, enum. Union definitions? Oh. I've never seen this before. I had no idea this existed. Huh. Is this done from an enum? Like an enum is usually like a tagged union, right? Whoa, okay. It sounds like you'd use unions mostly for FFI. Huh. Yeah? Certainly looks to be the case. Huh. They don't really say what a union is, but they tell you, I guess, how to use it. So that's kind of interesting. Sounds like this is more of like a C type of union. Huh. In many aspects, except for layout, safety, and ownership, unions behave exactly like structs. Okay. Wow. Well, I learned something today. There's a such thing as unions in Rust. Because, yeah, I've heard of the rest of these. Constant static, traits, implementations, extern blocks. Like, all this stuff I've seen and heard of before, but not unions. That's not something that I saw in the book when I first read it. So that's very interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'm taking some extra time here to just kind of digest everything that I've just like stumbled upon here. It's like a treasure trove of like information that I've just found. I mean, it's not like I haven't seen the reference before, because I have looked at it previously, but yeah, just knowing now more about these attributes is very, very, very interesting. Is enable an attribute, though? I've never, like, that's not something I see in here. I'm gonna look up enable. No, enable is not one. So enable must be a custom one. Or if it's not a custom one, it's a new one. Because, yeah, this I have never seen before. Implicit sum. I really wonder what that means. Sum implies to me implies, implicit implies, okay, some kind of implies to me that it has something to do with the option monad, or, well, sorry, I shouldn't say option monad, because technically Rust doesn't support monads, but it's kind of like it is a monad, and it kind of isn't really a monad, depending on how you look at it. Rust doesn't formally support monads, as in there's no general like monad abstraction, but yeah. Anyway, I'm completely derailing everything. I was expecting this to be like the option type, but then I would expect them to call it like implicit option, unless implicit sum means that it implicitly wraps like this in a sum after it gets created. That could be it. I'm not sure. any rate, I need to do some more research. I need to learn about this example.ron, and I need to learn what this is being used for, and what, yeah, like I know it's being used in the example. I just don't know what it is. Is this a prefab? You could insert me pointing out a butterfly and going, "Is this a prefab?" But no, yeah, this is exactly the kind of thing that I like to do. I like to research Amethyst's files for. I just like browsing through all their examples and their source code just so I can understand all these interesting new things that they've added that are not necessarily documented in the documentation given. But yeah, most of the stuff is fairly readable, which is really nice. So yeah, I think that's where we're gonna end it for today. Yeah, we're definitely gonna end it here, and I'll pick up from here next time.